Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Blaine Russell. I am the Director of Music here at Fletcher United Methodist Church, and I also am one of the staff here at the church that coordinates our Artist Series. So we are very glad to have all of you here for our first Artist Series event of 2023. We have a lot more events to come later in the year, some that we're still solidifying, but some that will be announcing soon. One of the ones that we've been working on getting solidified and that is official now is that in July we're going to be having the Raleigh Ringers, and we are super excited about that. So don't have the date off the top of my head, but it's in July. We'll be having the Raleigh Ringers, and we're absolutely thrilled to be bringing them here. If you're a fan of handbell music, or even if you're not, you have to come see the Raleigh Ringers. They will change your opinion if you don't know if you like handbells or not. So they are absolutely incredible. And you have probably now noticed with the slides going, just a few little housekeeping things. Of course, everyone, please remember to silence your cell phones, no food and drink in the sanctuary, things of that nature. But yes, the silencing the cell phone thing is really important. I'm going to check mine just to be safe. Yes, there we go. So once again, we're just so glad to have all of you here. If any of you would like to, at the end of the concert, help support the continuation of our Artist Series, you may drop love offerings in the box that's right over here by this door if you just want to help us continue to make this Artist Series possible, because it is an outreach to our community. So tonight's concert we are very excited about, especially my wife Christina and myself, because we have a personal connection with this ensemble. Christina and I were in the very first inaugural High Point Chamber Singers group our senior year, and we were able to bring them back in 2014 when we were still in our small sanctuary, and they were quite crammed in there. And so now we're so glad to have them back in this much larger, very resonant space. And so without further ado, I would love to welcome Dr. Marc Ashley Foster and the High Point University Chamber Singers.
Be baptized, then you will much for allowing us to be with you tonight. We really, really appreciate it. I'm so appreciative to Blaine and Christina. It's always great when you get to see your students go off and do great things and continue to change the world through the power of music. And I've loved being able to follow them in their tenure here. This is their 10th year right here at this place. What a great place to be. So thank you for not only allowing us to be here, but thank you for taking care of my students and letting them come and be with you. We are the High Point University Chamber Singers. Yes, Blaine and Christina were in the very first one. I started High Point University in 2009, and in my second year, I started the Chamber Singers, and our inaugural concert was actually at Carnegie Hall. Small steps. So, the Chamber Singers, we started about 9 years ago or so, no longer than that. In 2011, I think, we began moving to a 5-day-a-week rehearsal structure. So this is the only ensemble we have on campus that rehearses every day. These members are selected through a competitive audition. As you can see in their little bios, they are not all music majors. These are just students that want to perform great music at a high level, and they're willing to work for it. And so we work really hard. And one of the things that we work really hard for are our spring break choir tours. We tour nationally every year. I think we've been to 26 different states so far in the time that I've been at High Point University. This coming spring break, we're heading up to Long Island, which is, if you've been to the High Point campus and looked at the car tags, most of our students seem to be coming from that part of the world. How many of you are from that part of the world over there? Just 2, yeah. I'll let them slip them in somehow. So we're heading up to Long Island for a recruiting tour where we'll sing during the day. We'll be at high schools, and then in the evenings we'll be at area churches. And then we'll have a couple days off in the city to kind of play and have a spring break, actually. So we also do a lot of international travel, travel internationally, usually about every other year, although COVID kind of backed everything up. So we went this past summer. We went to Prague, Czech Republic, and did a concert there. And then the biggie was the Beethoven Festival in Vienna, Austria, at St. Stephen's Cathedral this past summer. And this summer, we're going to London to be a part of a concert featuring the music of Paul Milor. The sponsoring organizations are Vox Anima, professional chorus there in London, and Voces 8. If you're a choir nerd, then you know who Voces 8 is. They're an amazing ensemble. So they'll be there, and then we'll be there. And then we'll head up to Scotland and sing a couple concerts there. And so anyway, so that's 2 years in a row we'll be traveling, and then more concerts to come down the road. So all of that to say, if you are a high school student, or you have someone in your family that's a rising junior, senior in high school, have them look at High Point University and tell them to sing in the choir. So this next song we're going to sing is by Morten Lauritsen. The translation is there in your school, in your program. It's O Nata Lux. And I want to tell you just a couple things to kind of listen for in this. This is one of those compositions where the composer loves what I affectionately call crunchy chords. Crunchy chords would be a chord, usually chords have 3 pitches, like do, mi, and so, right? Would you play do, mi, and so, Anya? Very nice. Now, Anya, throw in re right in the middle of that. A little more crunchy, right? So you're going to hear a lot of those really, really tight harmonies. So this also is in 8 parts. So every one of the sections breaks into 2 parts, and you can count them up there. There's 16 students, right? So a number of the students, there's 1 on a part on this one. So I hope you enjoy. This is O Nata Lux by Morten Lauritsen.
Dignore
So I am a lover of poetry. I love good words. And I love when composers are able to set really great words to fantastic music and they're able to build on each other. So I'm real excited to present these next 6 songs to you. They're in 2 different sets. The first is a set of Shakespeare songs by Matthew Harris. And I've listed out the title of it and what it's from, the different shows. And then the next are 3 madrigals by Emmylou Deemer, also Shakespeare songs, and I've shown you which ones those are from as well. So I did not put the words in your program. So here's hoping you can understand what the choir is saying. So in Shakespeare language. So. We are blessed at High Point University with really tremendous faculty. It's really been my pleasure to be able to be a part of growing the Department of Music there, and I've had the great privilege of hiring all the music faculty with Marcia's retirement. I realized, all of the music faculty. I followed the advice of a mentor from years ago, and he said, when you find yourself in a position of leadership, always try to hire people better than you. And Dr. Arco is definitely better than all of us on the keyboard. She is really fantastic, and so we're really privileged to have her there. You might be wondering, why are we up here? Why did we choose to come up here for our pre-tour concert? But we always try to do a concert on the weekend before we leave on spring break choir tour. So we're leaving on Friday of this coming week, and I want to give the concert the Sunday before that, so whatever goes really poorly, we have several days to fix before we have to get on the bus and heading up. So tonight we'll see. We'll see. So far, no one's died, so we're good so far. So I've mentioned that I'm a lover of text. I'm a lover of great poetry, and this next song is absolutely one of them. I invite you to dig into these words, Sing Me to Heaven. It really is fantastic, and the gist of the song is basically, it's about the central role of music's place in our lives. So at one point in the song it says, sing me a lullaby, okay? If you would love me, sing me a lullaby. If you would love me, sing me a love song. And then at the end, sing me a requiem, sing me to heaven. So it starts with these fabulous words, in my heart's sequestered chambers, live truths stripped of poet's gloss. This is someone who has lost everything, and that's that realness of loss. So I hope you enjoy. This is Sing Me to Heaven by Daniel Gothard.
Words alone are vain and vain.
This next song is written by a North Carolina composer. Gwen Hall is a high school choral musician, very well known in the state of North Carolina. And uncharacteristically, she wrote the words and the music. Usually, composers set other people's words. It's generally not advised that a composer sets their own words, because usually they're either a good poet or they're a good composer, but rarely both. In this regard, she's fantastic at both. And I think I included the words in your program on this one. And the gist of this is basically inviting those of us who have been blessed with a lot, inviting to be a part of our world those who have not been as fortunate. They could have been born in a place where it's desert and dry and no real rain and not a lot of crops and food. And so you'll see this language of come, drink from pools of mercy, dippers of water. So she's contrasting the first verse is about the lushness of earth and green, and then in the next verse about scraping drying seeds, dead drying seeds and things like that. And then those who have plenty, inviting all of humanity who are in need to come and partake. It's really a beautiful, beautiful thought. So this is Come, You Who Are Filled. I like it. So this next song is called Christ the Apple Tree. And did I include the words in the program on this one? Oh, good, because they're really great. And so it uses an analogy calling Jesus Christ the apple tree. From the fruit of one tree, humanity kind of went one direction. And the fruit of a different tree, humanity was restored back to right relationship with God. So that's kind of the concept, if you will. But I like this one because of the words, but also the choral line is so gorgeous. The melody's written. Usually you think of melodies as just nice this, but this melody has a couple leaps in it you'll hear, but it just works. So this is by a young composer, Stanford Scriven, Christ the Apple Tree. So this next song, Only in Sleep, features senior voice major Caroline Sykes, who has now been accepted to University of Alabama. Any other places I haven't heard about yet? Yep. Where'd you just audition this last week? There you go. So we're super proud of her. And I included the text of this one as well, Only in Sleep. I think I did. Did I? Okay, good. I did the program. You think I'd know this stuff, but I forget. This is, I don't know how to describe this one. This is about remembering lost faces. They come to you in your dream. So imagine that you're grown and you dream, and your dream takes you back to when you were in third grade and the friends that you had around you, and their faces were nice and soft and round just like they were back then. And so it is a good thought, it's a happy thought, but it's a little bit tinged with heartache and sadness as well. So this is Only in Sleep.
Children, I
So you've heard from two seniors, Raina Alston, who sang the very first song, Witness. Raina is also applying for graduate schools. She's a finalist still for the Fulbright, so we're waiting to get word for that. If she gets the Fulbright, she'll go to Hungary, Budapest, and study at the Hungary, and study at the List Institute there. And we're also waiting to hear, we've got our fingers crossed for Yale, so we're hoping one of those. Raina is, no offense to Blaine and Christina, who were fantastic students and fantastic musicians, but Raina is the finest undergraduate conductor I've ever had the pleasure of working with. She really is fantastic. She's actually the assistant director for this choir. That's how good and how much I trust her. I have no qualms about saying, Raina, I need you to take rehearsal today, which I did just about a week ago, in fact, and she steps right in. So she's actually going to conduct this next piece by Georgi Orban called Timor et Tremor. Fear and trembling. So you can imagine what this is going to sound like. So this is Raina Alston conducting Timor et Tremor. Can't thank you enough. You could have done anything on Sunday night, but you chose to come out here. So thank you so much. Please do donate to the series that Blaine was talking about. Hope you will help support that. One of the things that they got to hear me say a lot, and these students are tired of hearing me say, is that I really believe passionately, and we in the Department of Music at High Point University believe passionately that music has the power to change and to transform lives. That starts in the lives of those of us who participate, those of us who do it, and then extends to all those who come, who hear, who listen to the YouTube videos, who get enraptured with the sound. It does change the world, and I think that particularly in this day and age, our world needs what music does. Music says there is one table, a common table of humanity, and everyone has a seat around that table. No one seat is better than another. Music has that power. When else, when you're singing in, say, a congregational hymn, at what else, in what other point of your life are you doing the exact same thing that everybody else in the room is doing at exactly the same time, in exactly the same way, and mostly in the same key? Music is that moment. Music is that thing. And I don't fully comprehend. I have ideas. I don't fully understand why it is this way. I believe that that's how God created it. Right? Some might say that the universe is composed of nothing but vibration, that every living thing vibrates, and actually everything vibrates. Living or not living, it all vibrates, and music is, at its best, vibration. It is sound that is vibrating. And so in that regard, when we sing like we did this past summer in Europe, and we sang our concert in Prague at a church that was 820 years old, we added our vibrations to the masonry, to the brick, to the marble of those for 800 years who have been singing in that same room. So when I say that we believe passionately music has the power to change and transform life, I am not being glib, and I am not just speaking superfluous. And so, yes, these type of projects, while they might be a lot of work and time-consuming and expensive, it does draw the community together. And I would argue it's the same for Fletcher as it is for the church that I've served. You want this community to go by this church and say, that's a church that's doing stuff. You don't want people driving by, and it would make no difference to them if you're open or closed. Right? And these type of projects are the ones that do it. So please do give to that project. Again, thank you for letting us be here. We're going to close with one song, and if nothing else, I hope you take this one away. I sing because I'm happy.